What is going on with y'all, man? We got to chop it up about election night out there in South Carolina. We got to chop it up. We got to let everybody know what's going on, waiting on everybody to get in here. I know there are several rooms of people talking about the election out there in South Carolina tonight. I know there are many, many rooms right now going on. There's some rooms that's doing victory laps for Clyburn. For those who have not been keeping tabs, they had the South Carolina primaries tonight, and our brother Marcel Dixon was running against Clyburn. Clyburn has won, basically. He's going to get reelected. And you have a lot of Democratic shills. You have a lot of the Bussy Brigade. You have a lot of, there's a Joloff Jubilee in several rooms. A lot of the tethers who were hating on us, they're celebrating right now because they understand that Clyburn is going to uphold the benign neglect policy, as well as many other Democrats will try to uphold the benign neglect policy against foundational Black Americans. So there's a lot of Joloff Jubilees going on right now and Bussy festivities. But here's the thing, family. Our good brother Marcel, and we said this even before tonight, election night, Clyburn getting reelected, do you think that's really a win for the Democrats, their overall agenda? Do you really think that that is a win? And do you think that is a loss for foundational Black Americans' agenda? Family, let me tell you something about this election. And we said this even before election night. Win, lose, or draw, this is a win for the grassroots. This is a win for foundational Black Americans. Y'all better feel me. This is a win for the grassroots. This is a win for foundational Black Americans. It was a win months ago when the campaign started. It was a win. And just the momentum of the campaign was a win. The momentum of the campaign and signal boosting the message, that was the win, because that was the real purpose. Now, our brother Marcel, if he got elected, that just would have been the icing on the cake. But the agenda was already set and it was already met. We wanted to get the word of reparations and tangibles specifically for foundational Black Americans, signal boosted in the political arena, and that's exactly what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Do you not think that this is some kind of loss? Family, this is just the beginning. This is a win for foundational Black Americans because the messaging is there. We're breaking up the benign neglect policy. We forced the political parties to talk about needs of foundational Black Americans. They had to grit their teeth and talk about it. They had to start having policies, just like they have out here in California. They're trying to put together policies in other places, talking about specifically what's going to be done for us, and us pushing our brother Marcel in this political arena and giving him the momentum that he received. That was very significant, and that was a win on our behalf. We better understand political warfare. Politics is warfare. You better understand. You might not win every single battle, but the war is still going on. And other parts of the war, we've gotten victories. We've gotten the messaging out there. Let's be very clear. And also with them having all of these little victory parties on Twitter Space, that's another win because they are continuing to signal boost Marcel and his message. So the message is getting out there even more. The name of the game was to get out here and push an agenda specifically for us and not be afraid and to be unapologetic about it. And that's what we did. And let me tell you something. Do you see how hard the Democrats had to work in order to get Clyburn to win this thing? The fact that, and then T.S. Giselle, I saw they were patting you on the back in some of the rooms, T.S. Giselle. They were patting you on your big masculine back, which is nothing. They think that your trolling made some kind of difference. No, it didn't. It's just trolling Inconsequential trolling. Y'all up here taking victory laps. This thing is just beginning, sir. The game has just begun. They had to work. They had to put all of their paid shills in our rooms 24/7. They had to make Clyburn get up and fry extra fish. They had to send Kamala down there to put the cape on for him to talk about collard greens. They had to do a lot of work in order to get Clyburn to win against this little guy, never been in the political space before. He put pressure on them. I'm so very proud of our brother Marcel. This was David and the Goliath. This is a brother coming up from the grassroots, coming up from the ground, coming up from the dirt, coming up from the soil, going against a corporate billion-dollar conglomerate. The Democratic Party, they put millions and millions and billions into their candidates. We were going up against that. We had to make them come out the pocket even more. They don't like that. They were sweating. These people were sweating. They had Clyburn's daughter all up in everybody's mention. She's following me. They had their family out. They had all the moist trolls out, the tether trolls out. Oh, they had to put in some work. They were sweating. This is why this is like a victory lap, because they were nervous. They were so nervous about what might have happened. Let's be very clear. The messaging is out here now. So there's some other people around the country who want to do the same thing. Y'all can't pull the same stunts over and over again now. Now the template is out here. Now, if there's some candidates who want to talk about running on a Black agenda, the template is there. And if they get in the right city and get in the right zone, they can really take that thing to another level. For real, for real. You can't pull all of these. You can't send Kamala every damn where to put the cape on for people. The message of reparations and tangibles is out there, and it has been signal boosted now. Also, the name of the game in political theater and in political warfare is to be a disruptor. A lot of people will run to disrupt the general consensus or the general message. This was a disruption type of campaign as well, which you want to disrupt the caping for immigrants, caping for all of these other groups, except foundational Black Americans. When you disrupt that momentum with a grassroots politician who comes in with another message, who has a strong following, who's making a political dent, and let's be clear, our good brother made a political dent here. This is his first time running. He made a political dent. To have them sweating like that, yeah, they're giving a sigh of relief. But you best believe them Democratic think tanks, they're going to be at the drawing board first thing in the morning. They don't want this type of thing to happen, because what if some more momentum pops up on another candidate? They don't want this to happen. There was too much momentum for our brother Marcel. Oh, let's be clear. Y'all can try to pretend this is some kind of victory for the Democrats. It's not no victory. The messaging is out there now. All the messaging is out there. So now when these candidates run around here talking about reparations and LGBT stuff and giving money to the Ukrainians, they're not going to get no support. There's only so many old Negroes you can utilize. You understand? In South Carolina, you had white folks who like old Plantation Jim, who like Plantation Jim, and you had a lot of old butter biscuit eating Negroes out there who's scared of offending white folks. Let's be clear. And also, let's be clear, some of the stuff they were doing little funny style stuff to kind of knock those numbers down for our brother Greg. They did y'all saw they were not putting his name on certain ballots out there. They would not put his middle name on certain ballots. They would have Greg Marcel, and then they would have Greg Dixon. So that confused some of the people too. So they had to work. You understand? They had to keep those Marcel numbers down as much as they could. They had to work hard in order to get Jim Crow Clyburn over that victory line. And that's a good thing. And here's the thing, this is not going to kill the momentum of the reparations movement. This is going to make it even stronger. Let me get some family in here to chop it up. I want the family to chop it up here. Let me get Afro Elite. My brother Afro Elite is out there, I think. Brother Afro Elite, are you out there in South Carolina, sir? Brother Afro Elite.
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Afro.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How are you?
I'm good, brother. I came to South Carolina all the way from Chicago to help our brother Marcel with his campaign. And there was a lot of sabotaging going on down here. There was a lot of janky stuff from the Clyburn's, I guess, campaign. When I was down here passing flyers, they kept trying to shoo me off of the property everywhere I went. I went to multiple precincts, and everywhere I went, they pretty much shooed me off of the property. Told me 200 feet, then 500 feet, then another 500 feet, till I was damn near nowhere close to the property. So they were doing a whole lot of janky stuff. And a lot of the people I talked to didn't even know who Marcel was, but they hated Jim Clyburn. I was able to
Yeah.
convince them to vote for Marcel, but by doing so, I realized that our brother Marcel was really being shadow banned by the media, the local media down there. And you've kind of explained that a little bit, how they would kind of mess up the names. A lot of people were saying that they didn't see his name on
Yeah.
the paperwork and in the machine. They wasn't seeing his name, or his middle name was kind of first, and it was, they couldn't tell it was him until after the fact. So they was doing a whole
Right.
lot of janky stuff. That anybody who was passing them flyers, they was trying to shoo them off the property, trying to scare them away. So they were doing every little underhanded tactic that they could to keep Jim Clyburn in office. So this shows you
Yes,
how they're
indeed.
scared. This shows you how they're scared, because if Marcel wasn't a big deal, they wouldn't have to do that.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, brother. Real talk. Yeah, they can sit up and have these pretend little victory laps all they want. They would, the Democrats, y'all were doing some janky stuff out there. Yeah, yeah, y'all ain't slick. Y'all don't act like this was somebody who was just a nothing burger. He made them work. This little guy popping out of nowhere made these people get on their grizzle. They had to send the head mammy in charge out there to talk about collard greens. They had to do little janky stuff at the polling offices, mixing his name up and not having his name correct and not having the name Marcel on there, and everybody's looking for Marcel. They were doing little stuff like that. Some of the polls didn't have his name on there, period. And we saw some of the folks, some of the grassroots people hitting up some of those election poll people out there in South Carolina to complain about that. They were complaining about that last night, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. The fact is that they had to work. The messaging was a threat to them. The messaging was a threat. And they had to put in some work. Let me get some people in here. Let me get some more folks in here. What's up, resident? All right, resident. All right, where you at, ma'am?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Yes, thank you, Tariq, for hosting this space. Oh my gosh, what you just said was very powerful, very on point. Um, I am ready for Marcel to run again, because
Yep.
and anyone else who is running on reparations, I'm ready for that too. And I'm gonna say,
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, beloved. Let me say that. Yes, indeed. Listen, listen. Some of these other cities out here, some of you brothers and sisters who want to run on a reparations ticket, understand you got a good shot. You got a good shot. They can't pull that little butter biscuit um, um, plantation nonsense that they were pulling out there in South Carolina. All of the cities don't have these old plantation Negroes who's just afraid to disrupt the plantation order. All right, because that's Clyburn's constituency. A lot of old Negroes. Remember, some of those Negroes out here when they shot up the church, they were out there hugging and forgiving. So that's the constituency out there. Ultra, let me get you on here, Ultra.
Yeah, Tariq. So like I'm thinking about it, so like pretty much like you have no points because like it's 2022 and it's primaries and he lost. So in November it's going to be pretty much a fucking red wave. And red wave means no reparations. And then we look in 2024, even more no reparations. So what are you looking at?
Well, the thing is, if they don't give reparations, we're not going to give support to the political parties. And if we don't give support to the political parties at all, that's going to be a problem because you can't control people who drop out and delegitimizes the system. So they don't
Oh,
want that.
which is awesome. So like you don't gonna give the support to the political parties, correct?
We
So
what
that
now?
so you're not gonna give the support to political parties.
If they
You
do not have an agenda for us, no, we're not.
No, so you're not. So the people will vote the way they want to vote. So pretty much right now, Trump pretty much won more. I'm not saying most like, but like his vote with and Republican vote with Black and Hispanic community is growing. So he had it in 2016. He had more in 2020. He's gonna have. Well, I'm not saying his, but like the Republican Party, the Republican Party is gonna have more votes in 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
And the Republican Party is against the reparations.
okay. So now you're talking lesser of the evils mindset. Okay. So now when we look at it from that perspective, we're just looking at the lesser of evils
Yes.
since neither one is going to give reparations. So we have to look at the secondary benefits, meaning less immigration, no buck breaking, um, no tangibles, none of our tax dollars to all of these other non FBA groups. So that will be a benefit from us if we're going to look at secondary gains, and I'll take that.
Yes. I'm an immigrant, but like I'm a legal immigrant, so I'm pretty much all with you with less of the illegal immigration. So that's good. Yeah.
And where are you from? That's a funky accent you got. Where are you from?
Poland.
Poland. Okay. 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 But yeah. But again, if nobody's giving us tangibles, we're just not going to support them, and they're not going to scare us with the Republicans. The
Oh, that's
Republicans
great.
are going to win.
That's a great strategy. That's good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, that doesn't scare us. Yeah, that doesn't scare us at all. And them trying to shame us, and that's another tactic that the Democrats like to use. Well, y'all sound like Republicans. That's not an insult. Who cares? I'm all about tangibles. You're not going to shame us into supporting any party that's not giving us anything. Now, if the Republicans win because of our lack of support, so be it. Because then we're just relying on the lesser of evils. And the lesser of the evils would be the Republicans who come in and stop the wave of immigrants, stop all the anti FBA tethers, stop all the anti black white LGBT people from dumping on us. That eliminates a lot of these other so-called minority groups who act as buffers for white supremacy. I've always said this. I would rather deal directly with the white supremacists than their buffers. Give me the whites. I'll deal with them instead of their damn buffers. The Democrats are hitting us with every buffer group imaginable. So we have to shake up the Democratic Party. We have to make them get off that ass and work. And that's what we're doing now. This is why it's still a victory for us. We're making the Democrats work. We're making them work. And they can't pull these little janky moves in every city. Let me get some more people in here. We're chopping it up with the family. I see somebody got a Kamala Harris face here. Let's get them on here. What's up? Come on, whatever your name is. Turn your microphone on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me turn my television down.
Okay.
Okay, I've been listening to you not for a long time, but I've been trying to understand what this is all about. The foundational Black Americans.
Right.
And
Um, go
I'm
ahead.
just trying to learn to see what's going on. And there are some things that I do like. And then again, there's some things that you know you're hurting us as a group.
How?
How is that?
And who is you?
You're
How are you?
you're saying we want tangibles. We want
Okay.
now. I don't know how you prioritize the tangibles, but know this: if you don't have a right to vote, there will be no tangibles.
Yes, there will be.
Now you said,
What you just said was false,
let
ma'am.
me finish, please. You
Okay, but
said
you wait,
you
wait,
love
wait,
to check.
wait, wait,
Can I
wait,
finish, please?
wait. No, you're going to have to wait, ma'am. With respect, what you just said was not correct. If you say something not correct, we're going to have to stop there and clarify what you said that was not correct. You said if we don't have the right to vote, there will be no tangibles. What you said is incorrect. You know why?
Why?
Because tangibles are given to non-citizens right now. Ukrainians can't vote and they get tangibles from the government. Hispanics who come over here from the border, they can't vote. They get tangibles from the government. Afghanistanians can't vote and they get tangibles from the government.
Okay,
So you can get tangibles
I
without voting.
understand that. I understand that. And I am for reparations. And reparations can come in many forms.
Oh Lord.
And
Uh-oh.
well, no, because see,
Uh-oh.
with
Everybody have a seat, guys. Let me
please
take
have
a
a
drink.
seat. Please have a seat.
Okay, everybody sit down and
Be-
strap up for this.
Because
Uh-oh.
with you, it's more like
Oh
cutting a
God.
check.
Oh
Just
yeah,
cut
okay.
a check. The other night when I was listening to you and somebody came to the mic and they were talking, and you practically shut down this brother and said, "We've long surpassed that. We're not talking about that. We're on this." Listen,
Oh God.
there are over 600 people in this space, and you hear a lot of when Tariq talks, I, and we.
But there's
But
1,300 people in here now, but go ahead.
1,300, 600, there's a lot of people in here. And it's not that it's a voting block. Everybody has an individual mind to vote how they want. But it's like you're saying if we don't go left or right, we're going to sit out. That's not good for my family or his or her family. Tariq's family, yes. But you don't know my situation. You cannot say, uh, if we don't get this tangible, we're not going to vote. If we
Then why
don't
vote?
vote,
If you're not going to get anything as a specific group, why vote?
sir, you have to vote to say what it is you want. And
And if
all
they tell us,
voting,
I can't do nothing that's going to only benefit black people, no. Why should I vote for that?
sir, you know, black folks aren't a monolith. You know, from my city to your city to the next one, there are different needs and wants. Now, we try to satisfy those needs and not those wants. But you talk as if it caters to Tariq's wants and needs, then FBA, that's how we're going to go.
Why vote if they've already told us they're not going to do anything, ma'am? I'm going to ask you again. You're deflecting from that question, ma'am. Why vote if we're not going to get anything? And they told us they're not going to do anything specific for us. Turn your microphone on. Turn your microphone on, ma'am.
Can you hear me now? I'm
I
sorry
can
because
hear you. Yeah.
I went off on a tangent. But we have gotten a lot. We did not just wake up and boom. You know, we have made progress. We have made progress. And it had not started, sir, when you wrote your first book.
Okay.
We've made progress.
We made progress
Now,
without voting, ma'am.
yes,
We made progress
sir,
without the
we've made
political
progress.
hold on, okay, because you can't talk over me. I'm muting you right now because you're not going to say something and then start babbling. We've made progress in spite of the benign neglect of the political party, ma'am. Turn your microphone on.
It is on.
Okay. Before I go further, ma'am, where is your family from?
Georgia.
Are you and your family foundational Black Americans?
Define that for me, please.
Are there any immigrants in your background?
Are there immigrants in my background?
Uh-huh.
Of course. Of course.
Where are they from?
Hades.
There you go.
And what is
There
that?
you go.
What is
There
that?
you go.
Now,
You're not a
that's
you're
my maternal. You didn't even hear my paternal. That's my maternal, sir. You've
uh-huh.
made a
There you go.
conclusion based off of one side of
Uh-huh.
my dynamics.
You
That's
are
my
an
maternal.
anchor baby. You are an anchor baby, ma'am.
That's my maternal side.
And you are an anchor baby, which explains everything.
And where are
Your
you from? Where are
I'm
you
from
from?
here. Everybody, I don't have no immigrants in my family. I am full 100% foundational Black American. My family built this country, never fled, never ran, never will. We came from nowhere
Oh
else.
no. Oh no 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 no
Oh
no.
yes,
Oh no no no
nobody
no no.
nobody
Oh,
immigrated
get
here.
this.
What you mean?
Get
Oh no,
this. Get this. Get this.
I'm getting it.
You can use that, but I'm quite sure if you trace your lineage,
Which I have.
somebody came from somewhere else.
Oh no, nobody immigrated here from
Now
nowhere
now
else.
you
No, they didn't. No, they
you
didn't.
can you can you can
Ma'am, you can't tell me about my lineage. I've already traced it. Nobody immigrated here from anywhere else. My family built this country from scratch. I have zero immigrants in my family. No immigrants. There was no America when my family was here. They had to build it from scratch, ma'am. Turn your microphone on.
point taken, but how do you clarify that? My grandfather was brought over here. His family was brought over here against his will.
From where?
From Africa.
What part? And what year?
Now,
You don't know. You're
he,
just saying stuff, ma'am.
I can pull it
What
up.
year was he brought over?
But here's the thing.
What year was he brought over?
Here's the thing. I can, you know what?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, the fact that you are deflecting from that question, you're just babbling, ma'am. You are from an immigrant background, and this is why you're caping for the Democrats. Don't nobody cape for the Democrats like that, except immigrants, people from immigrant backgrounds, ma'am. That's why. So you have a vested interest in caping for them because they help people from your side of the family. That's why. That's why your arguments are in bad faith. That's why I knew when you were talking and caping for
You can't
Kamala and
explain it. You can't
ma'am,
explain it, can you?
ma'am, I knew that you came from an immigrant background just for the simple fact you were caping for these people who don't do anything for foundational Black Americans because y'all have no problem replacing us and we not getting a damn thing.
The
Y'all have
only
no
way
problem
the
with that.
people in this, the only way the people in this space will not hear the truth is because you have control of the mic.
And you
That's
damn right I
that's
do. You
that's the
damn right.
only
And
reason.
ma'am, and you, ma'am, who come from an immigrant background, you are not at liberty to speak on what's in the best interest of foundational Black Americans. So you need to sit this one out. You're already getting benefits from our lineage. So you trying to tell us to do something that's not going to benefit us. And you're coming up with these cockamamie ass justifications that you know makes no sense. It's further reason why we don't need non-FBA people in our mix or anchor babies in our mix, ma'am. So you have a good day. All right, because I don't want to hear no more tether babble. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. I am not trying to hear tether babble. No, thank you. I knew she was from a non-FBA background. Those are the only people who sit up there with these janky justifications to cape for Kamala. That's why she has a picture of Kamala on her profile. Comes from an immigrant background like she does. They like the fact that the Democrats are trying to tether us out of existence. No, you're not going to come here and try to come up with these cockamamie justifications for them trying to tether us out of existence. Let me tell you something, when people come in, I knew she was a tether when she first came in, because when they come in the room talking about they don't know what FBA is, that right there is the first sign, ladies and gentlemen. When they pop in the room talking about, I don't what's FBA? I heard about it. I don't know what that is though. What's FBA? What do FBA mean? What that's supposed to be? They know exactly what it is. They know what it means. They know what the lineage is. They know. They know, and when they come in playing dumb, I said, okay, here they go. So I was waiting on her to stop babbling so we can verify that she was a tether, and that's what we did. Let me get this other brother on here. Petro, hop on, brother. We in here heavy right now. We almost got 2,000 people in here. What's up, Petro? All right, Petro, what's up, man? You gonna turn your microphone on, brother?
What's going on, boss?
What's up, man? How are you, fam?
I'm good. I can barely hear you, man. I'm in the store making me some coffee right now, bro.
There you go. Let me get some more folks on, brother. Okay. I don't want any technical difficulties going on here. Let me get Moist Owlette in here. Let's get Moist Owlette in here. All right. Moist Owlette in here. All right. You want to turn your microphone on, Moist Owlette? All right. Moist Owlette. I'm going to give you one more chance to turn your microphone on. All right. I'm going to get you out of here since you don't want to turn your microphone on. Then I will get Riviera, whatever your name is.
That is me. How you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, not much. I'm upset about the Marcel loss. I didn't know that happened until I came in here.
Yeah.
I think that's bad. I'm glad you put some clarification on it. That's all I want to say. Real quick, though, y'all know Juneteenth is coming up. These assholes going to be out there. They're going to be out there. We seen this stuff with this Patriot Front stuff. Y'all keep y'all head on the swivel. That's all. Thank
you. Yeah, all right. All right, man. Thank you so much, brother. All right. All right, let's get some more folks in here. A lot of folks in here. A lot of people in here. Let's get who's this person? Let's get Bradley in here. Brother Bradley. Let's get Bradley in here. And then we'll get Miss Caddisfine. All right, Bradley, hop in. Let's get Bradley.
Hey, what's up, Tariq?
What's going on, man?
Hey, it's I just want to say to the family that it's pretty dangerous with some of these tethers, these non-FBAs, coming into the country and in 5 minutes looking around and saying, I know everything that's wrong and I understand everything about America and their homelands are janky, but they got this figured out in one generation.
Right.
And that's very dangerous, and they really need to listen to FBA. We've been here long enough. We know exactly what it is. We move the way we move based on our experience and our lineage in this country. And they just have this arrogance like they got it all figured out, and we just have a chip on our shoulder. Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to bounce out.
Much respect, man. Thank you so much for the call. Let's get Immigrant B1. Immigrant B1, hop on, bro.
Yeah, Tariq, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I just want to say I agree with what you're saying about immigrants pretending like they don't understand what FBA means, because every time you turn around, we have people in our midst who always use the Akata word referring to foundational Black Americans. So the idea that immigrants don't know what FBA means, it's a lie. They know exactly who you guys refer to when you talk about FBA. So I just want to say it.
Thank you so much, brother. Let's get Miss Caddisfine. Miss Caddisfine. Miss Caddisfine. Hop on, Miss Caddisfine. All right, we're going to do 3 seconds. 3. Miss Caddisfine. 2. Miss Caddisfine. There you go. How are you, Miss Caddisfine?
Hello. I'm good. I was looking through pictures, and I guess my mic turned on. But you know what? I hate Marcel loss, but you know what? Like you said, this starts a trend with letting them know that we coming and we're not going anywhere. We're not tagging no more Black and brown, Black and LGBT, Black and all of this bull crap. We're not doing that no more. Like, we ain't been doing it. They just did it. Yeah. But we're not taking that bullshit no more. So, you know what? We here, we not going nowhere, and listen. We on the stride. We on the go. We here.
Yes, indeed. All
So
right.
thank you for inviting me to the space. See
Thank
y'all
you.
later.
Thank you so much. Let's get Kang in here. Let's get Kang in here. Kang, what's up, Kang?
What's up, my Molion brother?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good on this fine afternoon, you know.
All right, what's on your mind, brother? You sounding too fucking sultry right now, man.
You
What's on your?
know, I was actually gonna ask you about the marriage and the baby. You know, you got a foundational mulatto American. You know,
Okay, well, you got a foundational meth pipe. So why are
I'm
you not
Italian. You
tending?
know,
Why are you
I
not
don't really
tending?
mess around with all that. You know,
Why are you not tending to your meth pipe?
why aren't you tending the Ogun your wife, huh?
Well, my wife is better than your mayonnaise encrusted headlights.
So guess
Whore
what?
that
You're not. You got.
stop it, sir. Go tend to your Mexican bussy that you got laying up, because you white supremacists love spicy Latino boys. So why don't you deal with that? All right.
I got you. I got you. I
Get
got
your ass now. Get your ass out of here. All right. Go eat you some boysenberry or something. All right. Let's get some more people in here. All right. Let's see where we are. A lot of people in here right now. Where we at? A lot of folks in here. Let's get some of these folks. Let's get Brother Sean in here. All right, Sean. We're gonna get Sean in here. All right, Sean. What's up, brother?
Tariq, I just want to say, man, I'm very glad that you putting yourself out there as being the forefront, and, speaking for us foundational Black Americans. I'm a little younger, but I just see how ignorant a lot of the people in my age group. I'm 25, especially the ones that's not from here. They feel that their voice is a little bit stronger and they know a little more, but they don't understand what we go through. And I'm excited for the next people that run for election, and hopefully it doesn't stop with Marcel.
Yes, indeed, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. All right, let's get Marcus Garvey in here, brother with Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. What's up, man?
What's going on, Tariq, man? I'm gonna make it real short. I had a quick question out in your area where you're at. Maxine Waters, her district, is she up for re-election? Is there a real contender out there to actually challenge her? Have a good one, man.
I know they got Karen Bass. She was just running out here. But as far as Maxine Waters, I got to look into that. It's the political scene out here is just all over the place right now, man. But I got to look into that and see if she's up for re-election. Okay, let's get they were out here trying to shame black folks for supporting this white guy. If black men, if they didn't want to support Karen Bass, who hasn't done anything for nobody, they're trying to shame black men, talking about it's the Ice Cube effect and all of this nonsense. Okay, let's get some people in here. Let's get Hehe Wooty. All right, what Hehe Wooty. Let's get that person in here. Hehe Wooty.
Good evening, Tariq. Blessings to you and your wife and your babies, all your kids, and all of that. Keep having more of them. We need them.
Yes,
We
indeed.
need them. I wanted to say that Marcel just tweeted about 9 minutes ago that they're still counting. So, and he said that also the numbers for Clyburn are going down with that. So we're not through the finish line yet. I just wanted to add that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, some of the numbers are going to be coming in. Yeah, help me out, because while I'm live right now, what are the numbers right now? What are Marcel's numbers right now? If y'all can look that up while I'm live, I can't look at it while I'm talking now. What are Marcel's numbers now? Because I know that a lot of the mail-in numbers come in, and then by midnight they should have all of the numbers in, and it's 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 o'clock is like 10:30 on the East Coast right now, almost 10:30. So there's a couple of more hours for all of the numbers to come in. But what are the numbers now? If somebody can look the numbers up real quickly and hop in the room and tell me, that would be great. If anybody knows what the numbers are, can you raise your hand real quickly? If anybody knows what the numbers are, okay, Tavant, let's get Tavant in here real quickly. Brother Tavant, where you at, bro? Hey, Tavant, how are you, sir? Okay, what's the numbers right now?
I don't really know.
Okay, so you just raised your hand for attention, huh?
No,
So why'd you raise your hand when I asked people to raise their hand if they knew the numbers?
I already was raising my hand before you said that.
Okay. You just wanted attention, didn't you, brother?
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
All right, but if you're a big fan, you know I don't like moist bitch made stuff like that, though, right? If you're a big fan, you already know my get down.
How's it voiced?
It's moist because you're trying to get attention like a bitch.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are, man. And if you want that, go to Lil Nas X's live space. But don't do that here. We're trying to talk about something constructive. Now, take that hand that you had and put your fingers in your bussy and go on about your business.
Tariq, chill
All
out.
right, let's get some other people. Get your ass off here. Now, let me raise your hand if you want to give some real numbers here. We're trying to be constructive. These attention whoring niggas. Damn all that, man. God, Lee. All right, what's up, brother? What's going on? The hard black truth. What's up, brother?
Hey,
All right, man. Do you know what the numbers are right now?
yeah, as it stands right now, we got Jim Clyburn sitting at 87.9% with just over 40,000 votes. Craig Marcel's at 4.33% with 2,008 votes.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you for those numbers. So, yeah, more numbers are going to come in. So, probably by the end of the night, Marcel might have about, 4 to 5,000 votes. And let me tell you something. Those numbers are nothing to sneeze at. See, this is why they're looking at this. This is why I'm telling you this is a win for the family here, because if about 4 to 5,000 votes come in for Marcel, you better understand elections can be lost on a margin of 5,000 votes. Do y'all know that? Several elections, they've been lost by a margin of 4,000 or 5,000 votes. You can lose an election based on those numbers. So somebody peeling those numbers away from you, that is very significant. Don't let them fool you to make it seem like they're just having this big victory party, whatever. They're nervous about that. They are nervous about that. Those numbers are nothing to sneeze at. That could win or lose an election, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get some more people in here. Let's get T Watts 1. T Watts 1. All right. T Watts 1. Hop on.
Thanks for taking my call. I did want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
add to the numbers. I'm actually looking at NewYorkPost.com, and they're saying that 37% of the votes have been counted. So I think that's a significant thing to look at too. So they're not even at 50% of the votes. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks
Yeah.
for taking my call.
Yeah. Thank you so much, beloved. Okay. So yeah, the numbers are still coming in. Again, I want to see what the final numbers are going to be. But man, I'm telling y'all, there have been cases where people have lost with really less votes than that, or won by less votes or more votes. But yeah, numbers like that are very significant. And somebody can peel away those votes from a candidate. That's a problem. That's why disrupting is a very good strategy within the political sphere. All right, let me get Philly Joe in here. Let's get brother Philly Joe in here. Let's get Philly Joe. What's up, Philly Joe? Philly Joe, where you at, brother?
Here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man.
All
What's on your
right.
mind?
First of all, I want to say thank you, brother, for holding the space. Um, I look at it like this. Where, like you said, you made very good points about those numbers. And whether he win or lose, I think what we need to be talking about right now is let's start raising money for Marcel to run again.
Yep.
Let's start right now, because what he done in the short time span that he had to work with is
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's remarkable. And he's right.
Real talk.
He's right. To fix America, you got to fix Black America. You done paid everybody else, and you don't want to pay us. Now, that lady, come on. I'm going to add Skip to the end of that. Come on, Skip. You just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? The days of voting and not getting nothing is over. I came across Marcel and I was very impressed. I was like, wow, this brother is on it. He had facts, he had documentation, he knew what he was talking about. And Jim Clyburn is a bum. I used to live in South Carolina, and I'm gonna tell you, you want to see some real poverty, you go down there to Jim Clyburn's district in a lot of parts of South Carolina. And I mean, you would think that some of them people are still slaves. That's how poor it
Yeah.
is. He made a point about having something in his plan for car assistance for people down there. He is absolutely right. I walked them long country miles when I was down there trying to find a job. I went to this nursery and this white lady called the cops on me for applying for a job. She called the
Wow.
cops on me. Then there was 5 positions that came open at a McDonald's. 1,500 people put in for them 5 positions at a McDonald's. Now that tells you, and hey, I've been to Memphis. Anybody in here from Memphis, Tennessee? Go over there off of Chelsea Avenue and hit Firestone and Breedlove. You want to see poverty? Place look like a bomb hit it.
There you go. Damn, I gotta land your plane on that one, brother, because I gotta get some more folks in here. But thank you so much, family. Y'all don't be too long-winded now. We got to get to the point. My brother did make a good point, made a very good point. Our brother Marcel, he wasn't campaigning that long. Marcel wasn't really campaigning that long, and he made this much of an impact. This brother was really campaigning real heavy, really within the last few months. A lot of y'all got up on Marcel really within the last few months. This brother got all of this momentum really in a few month time span. So you're getting your campaign running with momentum in a few month time span, and you're going against a guy who has a 30-year head start with 30 years of momentum over you, and you got him and his other constituents nervous. And this dude had to bring the damn vice president down to help his ass. You think that this don't make a damn difference? You better believe that this is very significant. For them to have to do all of that work and for them to get that nervous off a little guy popping out of nowhere who's an educator, no corporate backing, no media backing, no mainstream media backing, only the grassroots, and making this much of an impact and has these people sweating like this. Oh, they're looking at this. They know that this can be a problem. So now they're going to start talking more about our message. And be clear, I saw some video of Clyburn campaigning earlier today. Clyburn, I thought he was going to put on the goddamn kufi. He was kind of trying to talk radical a little bit, but he wouldn't say black though. He was right on the cusp of he's still a bootleg sellout, but he started talking about issues of poverty. Oh, there's a lot of poverty, and we've been locked in this poverty. Oh Lord, this poverty is something else. We're just gonna have to do something to get out of it now because of discriminatory practices. He was right on the cusp of saying black, but he wouldn't say it. But we forced that dude. He put on some J's. He had on some Jordans and some grandpa pants and looked like he had on a button-up dashiki. Looked like he mixed some of that fried fish with some jollof sauce. He was really blacking it up today. He was he was kind of trying to talk a little radical today on the campaign trail. He had to wipe the butter biscuit crumbs off for 5 minutes and try to talk semi-black. He just wouldn't say black, and he wouldn't say it though. All of this poverty out here, all of these disenfranchised communities, all of these peoples of color, all of these aggrieved groups. Lord, we're gonna have to do something about that. He said he just got close. Black was at the tip of his tongue, but his cooning wouldn't let him say it. But just the fact that we got him there, that right there is significant, ladies and gentlemen. That is significant. Let me get brother Black Alpha Network in here. Black Alpha. What's up, brother Black Alpha? Black Alpha, hop in, brother.
Hey, salute, brother Tariq. Hey, shout out to the whole family.
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to, I just
Respect.
want to,
What's on your
I
mind?
just want to answer the question, man. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and land. Yes, this is a major victory for foundational Black America, and it's a massive L for the Democratic Party. They may not say it, but they know it. The fact that Clyburn has been a politician for 382 years, and he spent millions of dollars. He spent millions of dollars, and Marcel is pulling off 4% of the victory. That is massive for us. And I'm gonna add one more thing. What you brothers are doing out there in California with the reparations, on top of this, on top of the new Black media, foundational Black Americans, we can go to sleep good tonight, and they'll be waking up in a fish fry cold sweats. That's all I gotta say, friend.
Yeah. Thank you so much, brother. Real talk. Yeah, man. Don't let them run around trying to do victory laps. They know this is not a win for them for real, for real. The fact that they have to put all that money into this, the fact that they had to put all that money into it, the fact that they had to bring Kamala Harris down, they know that's not no win. Oh, they had to double down on their campaign spending because of little old Marcel. They know that's not a win. They know that. All right, let's get Dragon Tat. Let's get Dragon Tat in here. Dragon Tat. All right, Dragon Tat, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I know you wanted numbers, and I hate to tell you, Clyburn has 87.9% with 41,176 votes. Dixon has 4.3% with 2,183 votes.
Yeah, somebody read those off earlier. Somebody came in about 10 minutes ago and read the numbers
I was
off.
listening, but I didn't hear that. And you asked for numbers, so
Okay.
I opened up my laptop and just to give you the numbers. I'm very disappointed. Clyburn really let us down during the 2020 primary. And for them to continue to vote for an 82-year-old man over somebody who's younger and obviously more progressive for all of us really makes me sad. I'm an old white woman from California, but I'm rooting for all of us.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this is the first time I've ever listened to one of these things on Twitter, and you are just absolutely awesome. I thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see who else. We got a lot of folks in here. We are in here heavy. We almost got 2,000 folks up in the trap right now, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, click on my profile link and get involved with the new movie American Maroon on Kickstarter. Hit that link and get involved with the new movie American Maroon, ladies and gentlemen, on my Kickstarter page. If you click my profile, you will see the link pinned. It's the pinned tweet, ladies and gentlemen. So please get involved with that. Let's get Shantae Holt in here. Let's get Shantae Holt in here right now. All right. We're going to get Shantae Holt. Where you at, Shantae Holt? And then we're going to get Jay. We get Jay. We'll get Shantae Holt. Then we get Jay. And then we'll get Your World, Our Views. All right. So let's get a Shantae. Shantae, you here?
Yes, I'm definitely here. Hey, Tariq. Only thing
I'm good. How are you?
Lovely, Tariq. How you doing? I can't wait to the baby. And be honest with you, I was pregnant with my son over 2 weeks, so still be patient, okay?
Oh wow, damn.
It's okay.
He was born 2 weeks after the date?
Yeah, I did. It was okay.
Oh.
He came out healthy and he was smart as shit. So be grateful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And be patient. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to this right here. Clyburn, he was a shield. He been there. They used him long enough for what he needed, and I'm surprised that he's still sitting there being abused the way he is. And he's allowing it. That's his position, and he's gonna die with that position. So rest in peace.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, dear. Let me get Jay. What's up, Jay?
What's going on, Tariq? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. What's on your mind, fam?
I just want to drop two things, man. Hey, I'm very proud of how Marcel ran, man. He put in a good campaign. It didn't come out the way we wanted, but your boy ran a great campaign, man.
Yes,
and the second thing, man, we all need to get involved in local. If you have to run yourself, we all have to get involved. That's all I want to say, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because real talk, let me tell you something. This is setting a precedent, and I hope some of the other family in other cities, y'all run on the same type of campaign. Our brother Marcel just gave you a template to use in order to get grassroots support. All of these cities don't have old, decrepit, butter biscuit eating Negroes that's running the show. You got some younger black folks out here who want to see change, and they can really galvanize and really, really take that thing over the top. So this is a great thing right now. Let's get your world, our views. Hop on.
Hey, good evening, Tariq. Some peace and blessings. So just something real quick. Whether Marcel Dixon win or lose, it's a win for us. He's shown us the blueprint for any up and coming politician to get some to get support from the grassroots. And if Clyburn wins, I kind of view it as from the election from Joe Biden. So the people who voted for Clyburn, the proof of burden is going to be on them on why why they chose Clyburn, or this is the play. If he wins, the proof of burden is going to be on him why he's the play. But we got to look at this long term. I would love for Marcel Dixon to win. That would be huge for the grassroots. If not just doing what he's just did in a short amount of time, already sent them panicking.
Yes.
And we got to think about this long term.
Yes.
Just imagine if Marcel Dixon had maybe 6 months and a year some of the campaign, and imagine what kind of damage he really could have done with more time.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the call, brother. Listen, man, real talk. This same momentum can go in other cities, man. What if there's a brother or sister somewhere in a place like Atlanta? What if there's a brother or sister somewhere in Dallas? What if there's a brother or sister somewhere in DC who run on the same type of grassroots campaign? You dig? What if there are multiple people who are running simultaneously on the same agenda? Reparations for foundational Black Americans. We're not doing any type of immigration policy. It's all about tangibles for us. What if multiple people were running now? You see? So you have multiple targets. See, they can't target multiple people. See, this is another lesson we have to learn here. We have to look at this from this perspective. We should have had multiple, and this is why I've been talking about this for a long time, having multiple Black folks running on the same campaign as our brother Marcel is running on, have them in multiple cities. The Democrats would be shook. They can't send Kamala to cape for everybody everywhere at the same time. If we have multiple people running on the same agenda, they would have to go along with the program. There's nothing they could do to stop it. They can't do their little dirty tricks. They can't exhaust all of their funding and campaign dollars for their candidates. They can't do that. See, this is the great lesson we're learning here. All right, let me get a couple of more people in here because I know we got a lot of folks in here. And again, I want to see what the final numbers are going to be tonight, because those final numbers are very significant. I'm thinking they'll get around 4,000 to 5,000, which would be very significant, and that would mean a lot. And the Democratic brass, they are looking at that, and they are nervous about that. All right, let's get a couple more people in here. Let's get who is this? Sir Funk. Let's get Sir Funk in here. All right, Sir Funk, hop on, brother. I can hear you, sir. How are you?
I just wanted to say I wanted to give you your flowers for jumping in and doing what you did for Marcel Dixon, and I just wanted to also say that no, you're right. This is not even close to a loss. The voices, they heard us. They heard us. They know what's coming, and my question though is this: does he? I mean, Clyburn obviously. I mean, does he have to run again? Does he have to run again in November, or is this it right here? I mean, because if he runs again in November,
I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't think he is going to run again in November. I don't think, but we'll look into that. But I don't think so. But thank you for the call, brother. Let's get Beanie in here. Beanie, hop on, brother.
Hello, can you hear me?
What's up, Beanie?
Hey, what's good, Tariq? Seeing that as much momentum Marcel has got is very breaking, and as well as I know somebody said as far as Clyburn's age, like we got to think this long term because we need like a lot of younger politicians to go out there as well because this is something that from the grassroots, there's a lot of younger folks. So this thing that Clyburn is on is not going to be on for too much longer. And that's all I
Right.
want to say.
Thank you so much, brother. Where are my LA people, man? Where are my Los Angeles people? All my LA folks, I saw something today where out there in Leimert Park, this is where we've been trying to buy property out there in Leimert Park. SO1 Books. If you're from LA and you know about Leimert Park and you know about SO1 Book, that's a black bookstore. They've been there for 33 years and they're about to close down this year, man. I read that story and it just broke my heart. That broke my damn heart, man. They're about to close down out there in Leimert Park. Our brother James, he owns that store. I've been doing business with James for years. Good, solid brother, man. They carry all my books, all my movies. They've been doing business with me for the longest. That has been a staple of Black Los Angeles, SO1 Books. That was the place to go. Them and Malik Books over at the Crenshaw Mall. But SO1 Books, that was a big time staple in Black Los Angeles, man. And they're closing down this year. I saw an article about them, and they've been leasing that place for like 33 years, man. They never owned that place. And I think there's some funny style stuff going on with the people who own the building. It's real funny out there, man. That's why it's been so difficult for us to buy a building or land in that area. It is funny style, man. It is funny style because don't nobody black own none of the buildings or property out there. And when we go in there with cash in hand, they're coming up with all types of janky excuses, and we're playing past all that. And again, we got a deal that we're working out now with a couple of places, but we're gonna see. But just to understand it's sad. That one broke my heart. It's already sad enough that a lot of the businesses are being shut down because we don't own the damn property. That's one of the reasons why it's getting shut down. We don't own the property. And these landlords start doing these little janky maneuvers, raising people's rent and raising their leases and all that stuff. And oh man, the commercial real estate game in LA is funny style, but we playing past that. Let me get a couple of more folks in here. Let's get let me see. Let's get Divine from Brooklyn. What's up, Divine? Divine from Brooklyn. Where you at?
What's good, family? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I checked in with y'all. What's good, Tariq? What's good, family? What's going on, room? Just let you guys know that, and echo what most people have said, like this is definitely not a loss, this is a win. The Democratic shills have heard us. They've been running scare making rooms. We understand that our brother Marcel went up against the third most powerful Democrat that's been in office for 30 years, and he did this with just essentially the Black American grassroots backing him and having his, supporting him. So understand, like right now he has thousands of votes. So imagine if we just get 10%, 20% of of those people that organize with Marcel in days to come, how they can galvanize and magnify his message. And so as long as we stay together, stay on code, we got this. This is a bump in the road. But if we think long term, we understand that we playing chess and not checkers. They heard us, and this is just the beginning. It's the infancy of the Black American grassroots movement. So I'm just proud to be a part of it with all of you guys. Let's just keep up the good work.
Much respect. Listen, family, the fact that these Democratic shills got about 10, 15 rooms going on right now and they're celebrating, that shows the impact of the grassroots holding up our brother Marcel. Just the fact that they're celebrating that Marcel didn't win. There's about 10, 15 rooms going on right now with tethers and Democratic shills just doing victory laps that Marcel didn't win. The fact that you're so happy about that and the fact that you're making it about Marcel shows the impact that he was having, shows the threat that he and the grassroots was having. The fact that you're popping champagne with Jollof all over the place and there's rainbow sprinkles all over the cupcakes at your victory party, that shows that the grassroots was a threat to you, which is a good thing. And the grassroots will continue to disrupt the benign neglect policy that the Democrats and the other politicians have, because we're not going to allow them to run on platforms that neglect us. That's the name of the game. That was the main thing that we wanted to promote. We wanted to promote tangibles for foundational Black Americans, no benign neglect. People coming in here from tethered backgrounds, you're not going to come and try to convince us with some kind of janky logic about what we can't get if we don't vote. We're shutting those lies down. Just like that tether who called earlier talking about we gotta vote or we ain't gonna get no tangibles. No, ma'am. There are people who can't even vote, who ain't even citizens, and they're getting tangibles. Don't come in here lying, running that same old crap on us. It's tangible time. So y'all can do all of this fake victory running around as much as you want. Y'all know that the Democrats are still in trouble, because nationwide, the grassroots movement is still heavy, and we're still talking about, hey, where's our money? Y'all know you are not out of the woods as far as giving us our tangibles. You're not going to sell another agenda to us, because the agenda has been magnified now. That's a win, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Anyway, y'all, a lot of folks in here, but I'm gonna have to get up out of here. I'm still on baby watch. We're still on baby watch. We're waiting on baby quote Nisha to come on out. We're past our due date, and we're waiting on our little baby princess to come on through. She's being stubborn right now. She's up in there chilling. She don't want to come out right now because she heard that Clyburn has butter biscuit crumbs all over the place, and she don't want to choke on one of them. So that's why she stayed up in her mama's womb. She sees too much cooning out here. Let's stop the cooning so my baby can come on out here and enjoy the world. All right? Anyway, y'all, man, go to officialfba.com, ladies and gentlemen. Go to my profile page, click that Kickstarter link, and get involved with the brand new movie, American Maroon. I'm out of here, and Papi Akute and Lala Vuve to the family. Y'all be good.